Hey guys, today we're going to talk about solving two-step equations, and the I can statement we're working on is I can solve two-step equations fluently. So let's begin. Before we get started, we want to recall the order of operations, and the order of operations are simply parentheses, exponents, multiply and divide left to right, whichever comes first, and addition and subtraction left to right, whichever comes first. Now, when we solve an equation, we actually reverse the order of operations. So we are going to undo what we did. So first we would undo any addition or subtraction we see, then we would undo any multiplication and division, and that's where we're going to stop for today. But as we go forward, we're eventually going to undo exponents and then finally undo parentheses. So when I want to solve an equation like 2n plus 8 equals 20, I first have to ask myself a question. What operations do I have? And what operations do I need to do then to undo the problem? So I'm looking, 2n is a multiplication, 2 times n, and then I have this plus sign. So I have multiplication and I have addition. So when I have multiplication, that means I need to undo it with its inverse operation, which is division. I'm going to undo addition with subtraction. Remember, the last thing I would do in the order of operations is add or subtract. So that's the first thing I'm going to do as I undo this problem. So I'm going to undo the plus 8 by subtracting 8 from both sides, which leaves 2n over here, and 20 minus 8 is 12. Now I need to, so I've undid my addition. Now I need to undo my multiplication with division. So I'm multiplying by 2. I'm going to divide both sides by 2. That leaves just n over here, and 12 divided by 2 is 6. Now, every time I solve an equation, I'll say this is my solution. I need to check it to make sure I'm good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to substitute my solution back in. 2 times 6 plus 8 equals 20. So if that is in fact true, then I know I've solved it correctly. So I'm going to use the order of operations to evaluate. 2 times 6 is 12. Plus 8, does that equal 20? Well, 12 plus 8 is 20. So I know I've checked my answer and I've got a good solution. Okay, let's try another one. Here I have 3m minus 12 equals 54. So I have, what do I have? I have multiplication, 3 times m, and I have subtraction. So what do I need to do? I'm going to need to divide and add. What am I going to do first? Well, I'm going to undo addition or subtraction first. So I'm going to add 12 to each side. And 54 plus 12 is 66. And these guys cancel out because negative 12 plus 12 is 0. So I have 3m over here. I'm going to undo my multiplication by dividing both sides by 3. So I'm going to get m equals, oops, not 33. M equals 23. Nope, sorry, 22. But if I got that wrong, that's okay, because when I go to check it, 3 times 22 minus 12 should equal 54. So if 22 is incorrect, I'm going to know right away. So 3 times 22 is 66 minus 12 should equal 54. 66 minus 12 is 54. That equals 54. Whoops. So I've got a good solution there. Okay. As you solve these problems, you're going to want to always check your work. You should never get an equation wrong because you're always going to check your work, so you'll know right away if your answer is incorrect. I'm going to have an additional video that you can watch if you need more examples on this. But for now, we are done with this video. You can go on watch it as many times as you need, or any parts that you need.